today I want to talk about what would you do, what people might do without a home warranty. Okay, so some of the reasons to have a home warranty, other than the obvious ones, let's talk about that.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
So for me, at least how my spiel when I talk to people is that, we're an insurance type product. Yep. And the whole reason that you might have it is to defer funds to somebody else versus coming out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
And frankly, so many people don't have the funds to cover a catastrophic failure of systems.
Yeah.
And so I liken us to, if people have more of a familiarity with like down payment assistance programs when you're purchasing a home, where you leverage someone else's money to get what you need, but they have the right to dictate how those funds are spent.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard insurance described as you're paying someone else to take on your risk.
Correct.
Right. And that's kind of what you're doing. That's what you guys are doing.
That's absolutely what we're doing.
Yeah.
And realistically, we wouldn't be in business if we covered everything. And, if we're paying out on everything, we are not profitable and we aren't in business. But because we have volume agreements, we get reduced prices.
Right.
So you're not paying retail. So you have competitors out there that allow you to call your own company, and you can do that. You're still going to get some money off of it. But where we might pay $5,000 for an air conditioning condensing unit that sits on the outside of your house, ground or roof. A retail price on that condensing unit is probably closer to $7,000 to $9,000, depending on just that part, not all the other parts of your AC.
Right.
Just that part on a retail side.
Yeah.
So you might get a couple $1,000s back, but that couple $1,000s back is still more than what we would pay.
Indeed. I get it. Yeah. I think that there's so many reasons to consider having a home warranty. More times than not, almost every single time we convey a home here, there's a home warranty involved. And that's to give the buyer some peace of mind for that first year that any major things are going to get, they're going to get help with it.
And I think that it's also from a real estate transaction side of things, because you can have every type of inspection in the book if you choose to, right?
Yeah.
But people can only see so far, and even if they're experts, it's a licensed HVAC technician that goes in as an extra inspection. They still can only see so much.
They can't predict that air conditioner is going to go out in 3 months.
Exactly.
They can't predict that.
They can guide you.
They can tell you it's not working now.
Yeah, or it is, and they might recommend certain things.
Right.
But so despite exhausting yourself, it also gives an agent a level of risk management too.
Sure.
Because you're executing hey, you know what? This, like you say, you can't promise that nothing lasts forever.
Right.
Even new stuff.
Indeed, it does. Sometimes new stuff doesn't last as good as the old stuff.
Exactly. And so, just to reduce that risk from an agent side of things, from a seller side of things, so that hopefully there's not a litigation later that maybe they didn't disclose something, but also saving people money. Nothing's perfect.
No, but look, I think that, and where I was going with that was that first years, that's one thing. But then subsequent years after that, I think that most homeowners should consider renewing. And the reason is that, personally, I have a home warranty on my home. I've had it for years, and we've been living in this house. I can't believe I'm going to say this. We've been living in this house for 20 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that means our air conditioners are 20 years old.
Right.
And so I know that the odds are that it's sooner or later we're going to probably lose a system and we're going to need their help. And now, having paid for 20 years, I feel like, okay, I'm going to get the help I need, and that's fine. Now, I don't expect a warranty company to cover every single thing in my home, but I do hope that they'll cover some of the bigger systems and at least mitigate the cost.
Right.
At the very least, mitigate the cost. And that's what you guys have always done for us. Always.
Yep. Like I say, I don't know every single claim that comes in,
right?
Because I'm not the claims department,
right?
But sometimes an agent will call me to, get an update or find out some information, or they're having something go a little squirrely.
Yep.
And that's when I can be included in some of the information. And so I had 3 Saturdays ago, had a 4-ton AC system. So that's one of the larger ones.
Yeah.
5 is the largest that you're going to have residentially.
Right.
And they had a full replacement, indoor and outdoor.
Wow.
And they pay the trade call fee, so like a copay or a,
Right.
Everybody calls it a little something different, deductible.
Right.
We call it a trade call fee.
Okay.
And so they paid $100 trade call fee, and then there's things that we never cover.
Right.
And when we're replacing equipment that hasn't failed for compatibility on an AC, we cover the cost of the equipment. Not all my competitors do.
Oh, that's good.
We don't cover the cost of labor on that.
I see.
So they paid $1,185 plus their $100 trade call fee. So they paid $1,300,
Right.
for a system that would be $20,000 retail now.
Right. There you go. That's why you have a home warranty, guys. That's what it's for. It's for those big ticket items for the most part. And when you have it, there's peace of mind. I mean, there's just a little bit of peace of mind. You don't have to worry so much about that $20,000 expense hitting you.
And I'm not saying that $1,300 is just. I don't reach in my back pocket and just have $1,300. I usually just have.
You may have to hit the credit card for that. You may have to pay that over several months. That's a possibility. But at least it's not 20.
Right. And it's just. I cry a lot more. I don't have $20,000 either. So I mean,
right. Yeah, if you had to pull 20, we'd be in trouble. I mean, a lot of people would be in big trouble.
You definitely have to finance that, and I have a deep respect for our tradesmen. So don't get me wrong, but they are salespeople as well.
Yeah.
And that's one of the layers I think that is a benefit to home warranties is we're a check and balance. We're not just trying to get a new system. Not that people don't get them. I mean, in the month of June alone. In Southern Nevada, we paid $233,000 in just AC claims.
And I have a great story about that because at our home, we have an HVAC service come out, and they do what they call that periodic seasonal check for you. Now, you probably see people advertise this. The HVAC companies will advertise this. When I say HVAC, I mean home ventilation and air conditioning. That's what that stands for. And they're going to come out and they're going to do it. They're going to check out your system for you, make sure everything's running right.
Highly recommend it.
Should do it.
Absolutely.
You should absolutely do it.
You should maintain your system.
It's a smart thing to do. And I do it. We do it twice a year. Well, one time he came out and he said, "Hey, Harvey, listen, I got a list of things I think you need to do to upgrade your system because there's some things that are starting to look like they might need a little help." I said, "Okay." He gave me a list. The list was on our several of our systems. And he said, "Listen, these are things we recommend. We're happy to do it. Here's a estimate." And he gave me this estimate, and the estimate I think was like $2,400 or something like that. So I have a home warranty. So I said, okay, let me send this off to my home warranty company, and I sent it off to you guys, and you guys reviewed it and said, "You know what, Harv, we're going to send someone out, take a look." And you did, and you said, "You know what, you don't need any of this. You're fine. Never mind." And I'm okay with that. And you know why? Because if I'm not fine, you guys are buying me a new system.
Exactly.
so
if we're wrong, we eat that.
What a great way to utilize my home warranty to say, okay, and I paid a little bit for the service call, but it was worth it. I paid my trade fee instead of $2,400.
Right.
And I got another technician come out and say, "Yep, you don't need any of these things. You're fine." And now I know that my systems are in good shape because you guys already looked at it, and I'm fine to move ahead.
Absolutely.
Another way to leverage that use of the home warranty.
Yep.
And
I don't disrespect them for being salespeople. They make money from that as well. But we just, in order to keep our claims costs low and our investors happy with profit. Because we're a business, we're a for-profit business.
You guys are not there magnanimously entirely. I mean, you try to do a good job, and you want repeat business. You want people to come back, but you're not going to pay for things you don't have to pay for.
Exactly.
Like any other insurance company.
Right. And that's like, I just had somebody reach out and they had forgot that they had a home warranty and they had an AC issue over the weekend, and they ended up paying $30,000 for 2 brand new AC systems.
Oh my goodness.
And they sent us the invoice.
Oops.
And I was like, ooh.
Oops.
And come to find, now we typically, it's like car insurance. You can't crash your car and then get insurance and be, like you would have to initiate a claim with us.
Right.
Because as a local rep and I know who their agent is, I called in and I said, "Can we please at least review this?"
Right.
So I found that one of the compressors was bad, and
Right.
they'll be reimbursed for our cost for the compressor,
Right.
which is nowhere near $30,000. We're
Indeed.
talking it was like 22 or 2,300.
Right.
And we're still trying to get more details on
Right.
the second AC, so I don't know where that will
Yeah.
fall.
Wow.
So it's
If my air conditioner goes out, I'm not going to forget I got a home warranty. I
Right.
mean, that's just silly. That's just
Right.
ridiculous, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, because you got to understand, like you said, you guys are getting things at a cost based on your volume that's going to be better than I can get
Right.
as an individual buyer.
absolutely.